Hi everyone, today topic is electromagnetic waves. Okay, what is the properties of electromagnetic waves? Firstly, electromagnetic waves propagate at speed of light. And please remember, speed of light symbol is c, always 3 times 10 to the power 8 meter over second. Second properties of electromagnetic waves. Always electromagnetic waves don't require medium. Third, electromagnetic waves. In electromagnetic waves, electric and magnetic field oscillate in phase. Then, always electromagnetic waves are transverse waves. And finally, electric and magnetic fields are perpendicular to each other. And what does it mean? Electric field is equal C multiplying B. And E means electric field. C, speed of light. C is equal 3 times 10 to the 8 meter over second. B means magnetic field of symbol. And there are 7 types of electromagnetic waves. There are 7 types of electromagnetic waves. If we categorize them to their frequency, their list is called electromagnetic spectrum. And if I draw, look at, this is wavelength of electromagnetic waves. Firstly, I'm starting from radio waves. Then continue microwaves, infrared waves, visible light, ultraviolet, and X-ray, and finally gamma rays. Look at, if I share, we have 7 types of electromagnetic waves, and that direction means wavelength. Okay, radio waves wavelength is 10 to the power 3, and microwave is 10 to the power minus 3, and infrared waves 10 to the power minus 5, visible light 10 to the power minus 7, and ultraviolet 10 to the power minus 9, and X-ray 10 to the power minus 11, and finally gamma rays 10 to the power minus 13. And if we write electromagnetic waves from high wavelength high wavelength to low wavelength. Okay, if we check, always wavelength of radio waves bigger than wavelength of macro waves. Check this electromagnetic spectrum. Radio waves is equal 10 to the 3, but microwaves is 10 to the minus 3. Always wavelength of radio wave bigger than wavelength of microwave, and continue wavelength of infrared waves bigger than wavelength of visible light. Continue bigger than light of visible light bigger than ultraviolet, and bigger than wavelength of X-ray bigger than wavelength of gamma rays. And electromagnetic waves also similar properties with mechanical waves: wavelength, frequency, and speed. Please remember, how can we find the speed of mechanical waves? Wave speed is equal wavelength over time, and in this here wavelength means distance, t means period, and v means it is speed. And do you remember what is the relationship between the period and frequency? T multiplying f is equal 1. Instead the period, I can write 1 over f, and instead the v, I can write speed of light. Okay, my formula C is equal wavelength multiplying f. This is for electromagnetic waves. If wavelength is highest, frequency is lowest. Okay, if we check this here, if we write electromagnetic waves from high frequency to low frequency, always I will write oppositely: frequency gamma rays bigger than frequency of X-ray bigger than frequency of ultraviolet, and bigger than frequency of visible light, and bigger than frequency infrared waves, bigger than frequency macro waves, and frequency of radio waves. Okay, if we check this electromagnetic spectrum, gamma rays frequency is highest. Okay, this is very important. High frequency means short wavelength, and high frequency means high energy, and high energy means more dangerous. If we check this electromagnetic spectrum frequency, for us very danger gamma rays, because frequency is highest. And where can we use of the electromagnetic waves? Okay, firstly I'm starting radio waves. Radio waves, we are using TV or FM radio communication. It is not danger for us. Then microwaves, we are using at home in kitchen and for cooking food. Microwaves are absorbed by living tissue. Internal heating will damage or kill cells. It is danger also. Third one, infrared waves. Any object that radiates heat, infrared radiation, it is danger because it can burn cells. And fourth one, visible light also, it is danger for us. And ultraviolet, it is UVA or UVB, damage surface cells and eyes and can cause cancer. And X-ray we are using in medicine, it is also danger because it is damage cells and cause cancer. And gamma rays is very harmful because gamma rays cause and treat cancers. And okay, we can solve an exercise about speed of electromagnetic waves. For example, what is the frequency of electromagnetic waves if wavelength is equal 1.5 meter for wavelengths? And in this here, all electromagnetic waves is transferred with the speed of light. Speed of light is equal 3 times 10 to the 8 meter over second. If we use this formula, C is equal wavelength multiplying frequency. Speed is 3 times 10 to the 8 and wavelength 1.5 meters and frequency we don't know. After calculate, frequency is equal 20 times 10 to the 8, unit is hertz. Okay, for today that's all. See you next lesson.